Hello my lovely loves, and welcome back to Anor Londo. Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. You may notice I'm recording this audio in post. The reason I'm doing that is because we're gonna fight Aldrich. Me and my friend here, me and my companion, we are going to fight Aldrich, the Devourer of Gods. And Aldrich is really hard, and I mean really hard. Look at this. The seat of power in Anor Londo, the seat of the gods, in fact, of all civilization, reduced to this muck, this mire, by this creature that is the bane of gods, the devourer of gods, in fact. If you look closely at Aldrich, you can tell that he's a kind of portmanteau of lots of different creatures and entities from previous Dark Souls games. So you've got the base muck of Aldrich himself, which is like the worm-like body. And then if you look closely, you can see the skirts and bones of Nito, Gravelord Nito from Dark Souls 1. So he's already devoured that particular god. He's also got the powers and the capacities of Priscilla, the dragon princess from the painted world of Ariamis from Dark Souls 1. So whether or not he's devoured this world's particular incarnation of Ariamis, of Priscilla, is hard to say. And then the most obvious one, he's in the process of devouring Dark Sun Gwendolyn. So that's why Aldrich looks like her. It's why Aldrich sort of has the torso of Dark Sun Gwendolyn. It's almost as though Pontiff Sullivan has had the Devourer of Gods ensconced up here in order to enhance his own power base, to destroy the gods who might threaten it, and has been feeding the Devourer the old gods to break the old order. That's the way I read this anyway. I don't quite know what the relationship between Aldrich and Pontiff Sullivan is, but as you can tell, this fight, bloody hell, if I didn't have such a good companion, I died a lot before I did this. Aldrich is kind of a turning point in the game. You've heard of Aldrich all the way through from various different characters, from from the Cathedral of the Deep, from loads of different icons and artifacts, and there it is, the end of Aldrich and a massive turning point in the game. Now we have something slightly different.
The fire fades and awaits its one last reward.
Fair enough, I suppose. Absolutely fair enough.
Prince Lothric is in your hands.
So now the emphasis of the game shifts. We've killed the Devourer of Gods. We've destroyed the main antagonist of this game, which is Pontiff Sullivan. Now we have a different task. Now the back mythology becomes slightly different. The High Lords of Lothric, who are they're kind of the equivalents of Gwendolyn and his lot in this new mythology. They still exist, and they denied the kindling of the fire as well. So while they live, not only do they suffer incredibly, like all of the creatures that deny the metaphysics of this universe for good or ill, but they also hasten the collapse of the world. So they've got to die. They've got to be destroyed. And that's what we've been called to do here. And oh look, we're in the castle wall of Lothric, and our friend here has been, I don't know how to read this, whether she's been attacked by something, which is one way of looking at it, or whether she has killed herself, or she's maimed herself. I'm not sure. Anywho, before we go and continue with her, we need to go and spend all of our souls, because otherwise we're gonna lose them. Believe me, there's a boss we've got to fight, and we've actually already encountered it in a weird kind of way. We encountered its shade or its echo in Irithyll a while back. I pointed it out. You know when we saw the ghost of Vort of the Boreal Valley, and I pointed it out? He was walking alongside another knight, one that was elegant and female. That's who we have to fight next, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. One of the best fights in the game, actually. The Dancer is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Remember a time when these guys actually posed a challenge? They really don't anymore. And actually, the Knights of the High Wall, they're really good for sort of harvesting different kinds of items, things like embers, which they occasionally drop, because they're actually quite easy at this point, and they drop with reasonable regularity, so that's kind of cool. Here's where we fought Vort, and we're going to fight the Dancer on the opposite side. But before we do that, we must return to the Firelink Shrine. When I first played this game, a lot of people do this. I made the mistake of attempting the Dancer of the Boreal Valley beforehand, and of course that didn't work. I lost all of my souls that I got from Aldrich, which is not a good thing. If you actually beat Aldrich, even if it's with a companion, you want to keep the souls. It's a matter of principle. Anywho, here I am, upgrading myself a little bit.
Very well, then take no.
La 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 la. Yes, just give me the level up. God damn you. What do I end up doing? Faith? Do I go for faith? Okay, that's cool. It's because I have a couple of spells at the moment that actually require high faith, and I want that. I really want to be able to cast them, because some of them are great. Some of them are very good indeed. Blah 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 blah. Give me pyromancies, god damn you. Yeah. Yes, there is one I can buy. The Carthus Flame Arc, which is actually a very nice weapon indeed. Blah blah blah. Yes, we'll be completing his story arc very soon. Very soon. We're actually very close to it. Very close indeed. We're not doing too badly as the story arcs go, actually. As I say, when I first played this game, I screwed them up royally because it's very easy to do. Now, before we go, I need to talk to my little lord here. It's not a nice day. I wish it stopped saying that. So, now that we've killed Aldrich, we can get that, which is lovely. I think that's what I go for in the end. That spell is actually really good. Really good. There's a couple of other things we can get as well, which we don't really need. The longbow, it's very good. That's the Dark Moon longbow is a kind of sad remnant of Dark Sun Gwendolyn, because that's what she used to use. Do you remember when we fought her back in Dark Souls 1? She was firing arrows from that, I do believe. A long time ago, it seems now. I've been all the way through Dark Souls 2 since then, and boy was that painful. I'll be away as long as I like, thank you very much, my little lord. Now, where are we going? I'm messing about with my spells here. Oh yeah, I got the Bursting Fireball, which is actually really nice. And much better than the Soul Arrow that I'm using there, or the Heavy Soul Arrow, so I think I go for that. We're not doing too badly on the spells. We haven't got many we can actually use, but we're not doing too badly. A lot of the really good ones we can't use yet, so I haven't got the stats for it. But we will. We will, I promise you that. So we're rocking the pyromancies at the moment, which is no bad thing. There are more things that are actually prey to the pyromancies than the normal spells, so why not use them? Why not use them? Okay, I think that's it. Time for the first attempt on the Dancer, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of these. Sorry and all that. It's going to be a long video regarding the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. She's very tough. She's very tough, actually. It's because she leads on to an area of the game that's sort of... we're knocking the end game here. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. We are certainly getting there. And then the areas after the Dancer of the Boreal Valley are tough. Bloody hell are they tough. Wait till we reach the archives. Ho, 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 ho. The Grand Archives of Lothric, which are the equivalent of the Duke's Archives from Dark Souls 1. Boy are they tough. Bloody hell are they tough. Okay. Here we are, back at the High Wall, with its lovely familiar enemies who are so easy to kill. Ah. What fun we're having. They keep giving me deserter trousers. I don't want them. I've got some very nice brass pantaloons here, so why on earth would I want them? Oh, look at these guys. All big and burly, thinking they're so tough. Not anymore! Not with this sword, they're not. This is Volmir's sword, which I think, barring one or two exceptions, we're probably going to be rocking this to the end of the game at this point. Oh, look! Eoden. Now, I apologise for the wait here, ladies and gents. I don't know why, but in Dark Souls 3, it takes forever to summon allies. I have no idea why. You've just got to wait around for it to happen. And eventually, it does! Hey! Hello, hello, praise the sun and whatever. Oh, look, they're rocking the Abyss Watchers stuff. Come on then, Eoden. Actually, you can't yet, can you? We need to watch a cutscene first. There. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, he's activating an aura. Look, he's stuck.
Prince Lothric
yeah.
is in your hands.
Okay.
Please save his soul.
I don't want to necessarily save his soul.
He must be a law.
He's a bit of a wet wick, to be honest. Prince Lothric is, he's an interesting one, Lothric. He's a really interesting one. When we fight him, you'll see what I mean. He is kind of the equivalent of Dark Sun Gwyndolin in this game. It's all about cycles and echoes, you see. All about cycles and echoes. No! Don't shut the door on me. Well, that's just rude. Oh. Oh. Well, that's never good, is it? Bloody hell, you could tell they were making Bloodborne alongside this game. You really can. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the dancer. Yeah. She is a nasty piece of work. She's very tough. Even with allies, she's tough. Look at the way she moves. She is so beautiful, this boss. And those lacy sort of garments that are hanging from her. She is gorgeous. One of the theories relating to her is that she is actually Guinevere. She is actually Guinevere that the Pontiff Sullivan, instead of feeding to Aldrich, he's taken her and warped her and transformed her into that. As a kind of, oh, my ally's dead, so I'm fucked, basically. I am not good enough to fight this boss on my own. Look at the way this area is burning around her as well. Isn't it cool? It's so cool, this. I love it. Wonderful fight. Really elegant and beautiful. Fantastic boss. And a great setting. I mean, this is Dark Souls 3 in a nutshell. Dark Souls 3 encapsulated, really. Ah! God, she's tough. God, Vort really was the lesser of these two, wasn't he? But yeah, apparently, I mean, if you watch Vatividya's video on the matter... Oh, I'm fucked. That's me done. What's she doing? He goes into some detail of the evidence for how she is Guinevere, and it looks quite likely. It's entirely likely that she is this cycle's version of Guinevere, which is kind of cool, really. It's better than her last fate, really, isn't it, from Dark Souls 1? Oh god, here we go. She's now got a Moonlight Blade as well. Just like Sullivan. A lot of her movesets actually echo Pontiff Sullivan's, but with a slightly more theatrical bent to them. Fucked! Oh! You know, I make a good go of this, I've got to say. I survived for longer against her there than I normally do, so I'm taking that as a victory. God, she's brilliant. What a beautiful enemy. I want a figure of her. Some sort of statue or something, because she is ace. All the bosses in this game are great, I've got to say. They're all wonderful bosses. There's one coming up. There's one coming up in the archives that's a pain in the arse. Really difficult. Oh god, I'm going to need some help with that one. You all know the one I mean. You all know it. Not Lothric. The princes Lothric are bad enough. They're very difficult, but they are doable. The one before that. Yeah? What a pain in the arse that boss is. Ow! Well, screw you! Ample evidence there, ladies and gents, that, as I always say, if you come in with arrogance, even the normal enemies, the basest enemies, can do you a hell of a lot of damage. Die, you! As you should have done a long time ago. Yeah, you're gonna get sick of seeing these guys in this video, I'm telling you. I certainly did. And there's a lot of this that I've cut out, believe me, there's a lot. I had to go hunting around for embers at one point, and that took a lot of killing of these guys. A lot. I even got a couple of levels up out of it, so that should tell you how long it took me. Anyone around? Hello. What are you doing? Standing guard there. Anyone around? No? I'm gonna have to do this myself. That would be awful. That would just be terrible for everyone concerned, but I think I do. Nah! Big scary blue dude with his shiny sword. Not up to much. Oh, the Lothric armor. That's actually really good. It's some of the best, strongest armor in the game, but it weighs a ton. Nope, looks like I'm gonna have to do it myself. Screw you all then. Ah! Dead thing. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I think I'm just wasting time, to be honest. I'm hoping someone turns up. Praying someone turns up. Nope. Oh yeah, someone did! Thor, yeah! This guy dies a lot. He dies a lot. I summon him a couple of times and he dies a lot. Yay! Running around in circles. One of the funnest things you can do in Dark Souls. Woo! Because why not? It's a laugh, isn't it? And then just waiting. Waiting! Don't you love all of the penitents and pilgrims that are sort of stacked up outside of Lothric who have just perished where they stand? Hello! How you doing, God of Thunder? I don't believe you are him. You don't look like him. And you don't have the hammer. Or the axe, for that matter. Here we go again. This is not a good round. I seem to recall this one going badly. I try a sort of long-range approach here. It doesn't work. Because that's not what she wants. The lady has no interest in that, as you can see. Oh, that nearly killed me. Maybe we should just bring her some milk tray and have done with it. This would make a great milk tray advert, actually. Nobody remembers those adverts. Nobody watching this remembers those adverts. I was born in the 1980s. None of you were. I guarantee you. I bet you're all younger than me, aren't you? Fuck you. Yeah, that's actually a good tactic, is to keep behind her and just hit her in the ample backside. Actually, this is a better round than I thought. We definitely get her down to her second form. So that's cool. This, where she's got the Moonlight Blade as well, it's so hard. For one thing, she hits for double the damage, you know? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Ow. Lovely, thank you. For another, she has all... Well, there's me fucked. For another, she has all of these aura effects. I still love her. I think she's a great boss myself. Absolutely wonderful piece of work, that boss. The design of her. God, the design and the way she moves, that slightly slinking, serpentine, bestial thing. I wonder if she's pissed off that we killed both Vought and Sullivan. I bet she is. I bet she's really annoyed. Because that's basically... I don't know what her relationship with Vought is, whether Vought is kind of like her brother or something. Oh! I shouldn't have left this in. This is a shit show, this is. I don't know why I put this in. I laid down a thing to summon... to get myself summoned as a phantom. I shouldn't have put this in. Because this is a shit show. I get fucked, basically. This does not work for me. I am not a good phantom. You don't want to summon me. I'm so sorry, host of Embers. What's your name? Something, I don't know. But I suck as a Phantom. I am not the Phantom you want. Alright? Except against these guys. I'm pretty okay against these guys. You're a magic user as well, aren't you? You're a sorcerer, so... You're going to want me to get close to the dancer. Not the wisest move. Not the wisest move, because I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me. But this is what it's like when you get summoned by someone else. Hello? I mean, really, I'm a very bad Phantom here. I should be drawing the dancer's fire, really. But look at that! She's quite susceptible to some of the stronger sorceries. That's good to know. Oh, don't let her grab you. That's usually a one-hit kill. Do not let her grab you. I think that may be what happens to me in this one, actually. Look at that. Yeah! She's susceptible to that. I'm going to have to remember that. You know, I don't do too badly here. Oh, no. This is bad. We don't do terribly here. It's not as much of a shit show as I thought it was going to be. Even though I snuff it in a bit, my friend there could actually... Ah, there we go. Could feasibly do this fight. Very feasibly, actually. I hope she does. I hope she did win out on that one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. So that's what happens when you're summoned as a Phantom to someone else's world. It's fun. You can actually... And it means you can redo a lot of the bosses as well, which is also kind of fun. And it benefits you because you get lots of stuff from killing the bosses again. You get the souls from them, you get embers, you get all sorts of shit. But there's me back. I don't even know why I did that, to be honest. I think I was hoping to get an ember out of it or something. Didn't work. Because I got fucked. Ah. 'Cause I suck. Yeah, there's a lot of toing and froing in this video. That's because I'm not very good at this game, or the boss fights for that matter. I always need help with the boss fights, particularly from this point on. Particularly from this point on. Because from this point on, they're wankers. Every single one of them is very, very tough. They're including a secret boss. I put it down again. Oh, alright, fair enough. There's a secret boss around here. Not round here, but coming up, who is sort of one of the lost sons of Gwyn, basically, the brother to Guinevere and Dark Sun Gwendolyn, and he is a nightmare. Hardest boss in the game by a country mile. Very impressive though. Whoa! Pack that in, you, and leave me alone. Oh, I got an ember! Woo! That makes me happy. Because at this point I don't think I've got any. Owing largely to my maximum suckage. Hey! So yes, I've got an ember, and now I'm going to go give it a go again. Look at you! A deer! After the witch from Final Fantasy VIII? Ugh. That doesn't fill me with confidence. I really don't like Final Fantasy VIII. Really don't like it, ladies and gentlemen. Not my favourite in that series at all. I love Final Fantasy VII though. Love it to bits. Come on, idiot. Or I'm just going to leap around like this and make my audience sick. Woo! That's what Dark Souls is about. Gamboling. Come on. Takes such a long time for them to turn up. Could have a cigarette break or a coffee or something. Not that I smoke, ladies and gents. I don't, but he might. He's made of ash, isn't he? Did it work? Yeah. It's just being weird. Ah! Wankery! I don't know why that is. It was just some fault of the server, I think. But now I've got to wait again for them to turn up. In fact, I think this is the one where we beat the dancer. This is the one where we win through, so, you know, It's not so bad, I suppose. Good things are worth waiting for, obviously. If they're going to call themselves Adia, they could make more of an effort to look like her, I suppose. But no, this one, Adia here is wearing the armour of the Knights of Lothric. Knights of Gwyn, rather. Hello! There you are! Took you a long while, that did. Hello! Oh, you just want to get in there and start killing things, don't you? Alright, alright. Fine, let's go do it. So, here we are again. This is actually, like, a lot more than you guys have seen here. I don't even know what number of fights this is. She is such a tough boss. I do love her, though. You can tell because I'm a lot stronger, look. I'm taking off loads of her health with every hit. I hath leveled up quite significantly. Also, I'm just more familiar with her moveset, you can tell. Well, not that familiar. Here we go! Second half of the fight. Much more successful second half of the fight. Just because both of us know what we're doing at this point. Well, one of us knows what we're doing at this point. Fair enough. I love the fact her blood is like mercury. That's really cool. Oh, my companion's nearly dead. And we're so close! Look at that for a bullshit move. I thought for sure I was screwed there. For sure. Were it not for some deft dodging, I would have been. But we're so close, look at this. We are so fucking close. Aha! And we do it! Yes! Thank you so much, Phantom Adia. Thank you so, so much. Woo! Wonderful. 2 bosses, 2 very, very, very hard bosses in one video. That's brilliant. That's I just love Dark Souls 3. Just love it, love it, love it. Even though that boss was kicking my arse, I never got annoyed with it. Never once did I get annoyed. And that's because this game is good.